I was raised in a small town south of Chicago called Homewood. Across from the old pizza place, there's an old VFW hall. Pizza place has been there since I was a kid. The VFW hall is long vacated, but they had a little area right in front of it where the names of Homewood boys who didn't make it back from the Spanish-American World War I right on through are listed. I visited back home like 50 times or more, and I would go to the place just before 4:45, because at 5 o'clock the village played taps over all of the plaques. And I would go there and I would stand in front of the Vietnam Memorial where 9 names are listed, and none of them were close friends, but I knew a lot of them from the school bus, walking the halls, going to the Dairy Queen and all that kind of thing. I would come to attention and execute a salute, even though I outranked all but one of those guys. And so Vietnam's kind of personal for me. Let me tell you about a few of them. Joni Flanagan was in my 5th grade class. She was a very shy girl. And right across the hallway in the 4th grade was her little brother Phil. And Phil was one of these really active and pepper pot kind of guys. And then in 7th and 8th grade, they combined the shop classes, and Phil and I were in the same class. So Phil and I were friends in shop class, and that's all. And now Phil is one of those thousands of names carved upon a wall in Washington, D.C. And then there was Paul Severson in Little League. He was on a different team than I was on, and my oh my did we make fun of him. One time he struck out when he really shouldn't have, and he went crying to his daddy, who was the umpire. Another time he made an error as catcher and did the same thing. So we made a big fun of him, 12-year-old boys making fun of the crybaby. 10 years ago, I found out that Paul had become a Green Beret, lost his life in Vietnam, and was awarded a posthumous Distinguished Service Cross. So no more a crybaby, our Paul. Now he's one of those thousands of names carved upon a wall. Billy Coughlin was on my team. He lived across the street from the Dairy Queen, and Billy was as close as any of these people that I'm listing. Bill's name is in front of the VFW hall, and he's one of the many thousands of names carved upon a wall in Washington, D.C. And then there was Gary. He was in my graduating class, Gary Barnard. I didn't actually know him at all, but I knew his mother after high school. She and I were in the same constitutional political club. She had converted one of her rooms in her home to sort of a theater where we could show film strips and other educational material promoting the Constitution. One time when we were having refreshments, I got Lorraine aside and I said, well, I heard Gary got his orders to Vietnam. I hope he'll be on our side when he comes back. What do you think, Lorraine? A few months later, I didn't know what to say to her at Gary's wake. She was the only one there besides me when I visited, and her estranged husband. And she walked me over to the coffin, and there I saw Bill laid out in his uniform. That's the way I saw him. In the obituary in the newspaper, he's standing strong and tall, but now Bill, too, is one of those thousands of names carved upon a wall. The song Mike's going to do takes Vietnam from the historical and political to the specific and personal.
There's teddy bears and high school rings, old photographs that mamas bring, daddies with their young boys playing ball. Combat boots that he used to wear when he was sent over there. There's 50,000 names carved in the wall. Cigarettes don't say anything at all. There's Purple Hearts and there's packs of gum. Fatherless daughters and fatherless sons. There's 50,000 names carved on the wall. They come from all across this land in pickup trucks and minivans, searching for a boy long ago. They scan the wall and find his name. The teardrops fall like pouring rain, and silently they leave their gift and go. Stars of David and rosary beads and crucifixion figurines, flowers of all colors, large and small. There's a Boy Scout badge and a merit pin, little American flags waving in the wind. There's 50,000 names carved in the wall. There's 50,000